Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created this. I started off with a basic sketch to make sure that the head would fit according to the candle piece. I used a metal wire and aluminum foil to set up my base. As you can see, it started off looking absolutely terrifying. I felt confident to keep going though, because I felt so inspired by a Roxy Darling YouTube video that I had recently watched. She's an absolutely amazing sculptor, and everything that she does has blown me away. I was inspired to do a bust style because of the book I was reading, Red Rising. I really wanted to give it that ancient Greece bust look. I was also watching an anime at the time, 86, which is fantastic by the way, and I felt really inspired by one of the characters. The character is living in a society where everyone is okay with treating another group of people like they're second-class citizens. And I'm really not emphasizing that enough. They're literally sacrificing these people. So the character decides that even though no one else around her seems to care, she's going to take a stand. And she changes her name to Bloody Regina. And at that point, she starts running her own revolution from the inside. Although in the show she only dyes one piece of her hair, I really wanted to go for a full-on red to really encapsulate that Bloody Regina vibe I was feeling. I was absolutely terrified when it became time to do the baking. I was so afraid it was going to break after I'd already put so much work into it. This is by far the biggest clay sculpture that I've done. It's amazing that she came out unscathed, and I'm so thankful that her hair held up and the little extra roses I made. With the baking done, it was time for her first layer of paint. And honestly, at this point, I didn't feel like it was looking very good, but I could see the vision. And so, after taking an extremely long break, it was time to get back to painting the next layer. And yes, a piece of paper towel did get stuck to it because I had left it sitting for so long drying in the same spot. After her new coat of paint, she was looking kind of good. I went ahead and did her makeup just to accentuate her cheekbones and add a little bit of depth and accentuate the shadows. And there she was, a dolled up, blushing beauty. For her outfit, I wanted to use a paper mache technique similar to what Roxy Darling had done because it added such a beautiful texture that definitely fit in with the Greek vibe I was going for. I used some food coloring to try and make the right color. I even briefly considered using some real rose petals from outside, but ultimately I wanted to make sure this was something I could keep and display for a long time. So I tried my best to color match the dark color and even go a little bit darker because I know on the coffee filters it usually turns out a bit lighter. At first, it was looking pretty promising. I went ahead and started gathering the other accessories that I knew I wanted to use for her. But clearly the joke was on me because my dark colored coffee filters, even after I'd added extra purple and red to make some splotches, ended up turning a lovely shade of pink. So I ended up grabbing some tissue paper I'd already had left over from a birthday that was the right color of red. I did the first layer of her dress pink, which actually looked really nice, but it just didn't quite fit the theme I was going for. I cut some of my red paper to look like petals, and then I went ahead and put on her second layer. After I was happy with that, it was time to use an unholy amount of glue to stick her into the candle base.
So this is a video of my mom's beautiful creation.
I taped her up, but shout out to my husband for coming and saving the day because apparently she had fallen over while I was asleep. Unveiling her was another moment of pure terror. Luckily, my daughter was there to give me some help and moral support.
I'm gonna go around and look at it. A beautiful bag.
Next up, it was time to add the finishing touches. I felt like Regina needed just a little bit of shine to get her looking just right. Her paint job also got a few final touch-ups. And after waiting again for her to dry, she was finally finished. And even though she doesn't look near perfect, I still feel so proud of myself for finishing this project and sticking with it, especially in those times when it did not seem like it was going to turn out okay. I really learned a lot about clay, and I'm really looking forward to next time trying to use yarn for the hair instead and seeing if I can use some more equipment to get it to be a little bit smoother than it had turned out in the end. So if you made it all the way here to the end, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care.